What's up, guys? Gamers and girls, non-gamers, manga readers. Welcome back to Aiden Cooks. Today we're gonna be talking about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 1. I fucking love this series. This is, like I said in my last video, amazing. Fucking amazing. If I'm going to say it again, you're thinking about it, just fucking go for it. So part 1, basically, spoiler. This is going to be a spoiler warning for all of part 1, basically. So I'm going to be going over all 3 volumes. Just kind of summarizing what happens. So this is your warning. So it starts off with Jonathan, who his last name's Joestar, so it's Jonathan Joestar. So JoJo, that's what it is. So, but basically he's a rich kid. His dad's wealthy. They're like noblemen in the. It takes place in England, the UK. But he when he was a very young boy, he got into a carriage accident with his mom. His mom died, and his father, George Joestar, was still alive. But here's our villain of the story, Dio. Dio's father basically found them during the accident. He was like a drunk, basically stealing their shit. And George was like, "Oh, Godspeed!" or "Godspeed praise," something like that. And he was like, basically like, kind of, hell, asked like, "Oh, is my wife okay?" And he's like, "No, she's dead." Still, but he still stole the ring from the guy, George Joestar. Ended up going to prison, and then George was like, "That man saved my life," and yeah. But present time in the story, Dio is born, and George is on his deathbed. Not George. Dio's dad is on his deathbed, and he won't stop drinking, and Dio's like, he basically fucking hates his life. He lives in the slums of England. Wants everyone dead. He wants his dad dead. Pissed that his dad killed his mom. Basically, Dio's mom. But the last thing Dio's dad tells Dio is, I'm grabbing my gummies right now. Like, "Oh, this letter is for the George Joestar, and you rob them of everything they have." And so Dio was like, "Fuck you, father, but I'm gonna go there anyways." And George was, you welcomed them with open arms. And Jonathan, I think they're 14, was like, "I'm getting a brother? Hell yeah." And so Dio shows up on a carriage, you know, and Jonathan has a dog, a Dalmatian, and Dio, like, dog runs up to Dio, and Dio just punts this motherfucker. I mean, drop kicks the dog in the face. And Jonathan's obviously like, what the fuck, dude? Why'd you do that?" And Dio was like, "I was startled." And then Jonathan was like, maybe, I guess you could be startled. But I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. basically, Dio is just making Jonathan's life a living hell. Okay? I mean, this mother, like, Jonathan gets a fucking girlfriend, Alina Lease? No, that's a spoiler. Arena Pendleton, that's her name. Arena Pendleton. But she fucking gets basically sexually assaulted by Dio. He forcibly kisses her and shit to make Jonathan pissed. He's like beating up Jonathan too. Like they get in a boxing match, and like he's fucking inner dialogue. He's like punches him in the fucking face, and then he's like, I'm gonna jam a thumb into his eye for good measure. Just being a total dick. And then, so like all this bad shit happens. Dio kills the dog for shit like fucking puts the dog in a box. Like, I mean, he locks the dog in a fucking box. Right? And then puts the dog into a furnace. So then the George Joestar's butler was, raking some leaves, put it in the furnace, and it's like this is early 1800s. Mid 1800s, I think. Mid 1800s. And so, like, the guy's burning some fucking leaves in this brick furnace. And then it starts, and then the door on the furnace starts banging. Bam, 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 bam. It's the fucking dog. It's the fucking dog. And then the butler was like, oh my God, did I just kill someone? No, you killed Jonathan's dog. And they're all like, oh, it must have been Danny. That's the dog's name, Danny. Danny must have accidentally gotten in there somehow. No, it was fucking Dio. And Jonathan knew it was Dio. He fucking knew it was Dio. But all this bad shit happens to Jonathan. And so Jonathan kicks Dio's ass. Belt to ass. And Dio was gonna fucking stab him. And then George was like, boys, what are you doing? And George is like favoriting Dio at this point too. Like Dio has like rich man like manners and shit. Like eating slow, and like when they're doing school, like Dio's like super smart and Jonathan's not as smart as Dio, so like they fucking hit his hands with a ruler and shit. But yeah, Jonathan kicks Dio's ass, and then when after he's done kicking his ass, George like comes in. I just repeated myself here. Fast forward though, they're in high school, all right, and they're buddy. All right, they've gotten along. Dio's like, they're going to college. They're choosing to go to college. I don't know what college I think Jonathan was wanting to become an archaeologist because of a stone mask that basically is a center of the story. Because his mom, so Jonathan's mom had this like stone mask basically, and I got to go back to the fight with Jonathan and Dio. Basically, they some blood got on the stone mask and like some spikes came out, and you'll figure out here in a minute what the stone mask does. Okay. But we're okay. Back to the present. They're in high school now. And they're buddy. But George is sick. I wonder why he's sick. Dio! It's fucking Dio! He's trying to fucking kill George to fucking take the Joestar wealth. Like, motherfucker, this guy took you in. You were an orphan, and this motherfucker took you in, and you were paying by trying to poison him? turns out it was poison. Jonathan finds out it's a poison, goes to this alleyway, and this is where we meet Robert O. Speedwagon. Speedwagon's the fucking goat. We love Speedwagon. Jonathan comes back. Dio's like, Jonathan, I'm so sorry. I tried to kill our father. Bitch, you're not sorry, motherfucker. You're not. Okay? You're not sorry. Like, he's not sorry. But tries to kill him. Well, he actually, in this moment, police show up to arrest Dio. But Dio pulls a knife. He's got the stone mask on him. Oh, and before this, Dio finds out what the stone mask actually does. And it turns people, I just burped, into vampires. I'm sorry for the burp. But yeah, stone mask turns people into vampires. And so, Dio turns himself into a vampire by killing George and getting George's blood on the stone mask. It doesn't matter what kind of blood you have. What kind of blood? Like, it doesn't have to be a specific person's blood. It just any kind of blood. Yeah, I'm getting lost. Cops show up though. And they're ready to arrest. They're already ready to arrest Dio. And like Dio's like groveling. He's like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And then he turns into a vampire by killing George. Starts killing the police officers. If you watch the anime, they censor out the gore. They don't. Araki, the guy who writes JOJO'S, the gore is amazing. The gore is amazing in this series. I mean, I really I shouldn't word it that way, but the way it's drawn, it's just like it's gross but cool. Yeah. Oh, and they're big. They're big men. I mean, strong muscles. I mean, Hercules-sized men. Okay. But yeah, that's kind of like end of volume 1. So I guess going into volume 2. This video is already run for like 13 minutes, so I'll make a part 2 for part 2 of JoJo's. And then I'll make a part 3. But yeah, this video is already 13 minutes long, and I don't want to keep you guys any longer.